What's up, everyone? Welcome to another garage sale episode. This week, unfortunately, kind of rainy. Friday it rained all day. Saturday it was supposed to be like a 90% chance of rain in the morning. And it ended up not really raining until, I don't know, around noon or so for the most part, and then into the afternoon. But I think it scared a lot of people from doing garage sales this weekend. So I went to some pawn shops on Friday, knowing that Saturday was probably going to suck. But actually, Saturday morning was fairly decent. I did find some okay stuff. So I have a random assortment of things to show you from basically Wednesday until Saturday. I will do the random game giveaway sort of in the middle of this since I don't have any driving around footage. I only honestly hit up like maybe 10, 15 sales today or so. So we'll start it off with, I guess, earlier in the week. The first find was something that I knew about, I don't know, 2.5 weeks ago or so. And that was at a pawn shop. They let me know that they had some GameCube games coming off of pawn, and their prices are always super cheap. It's one of the few pawn shops in the area that does have super cheap prices. So for $5 each, I got Zelda 4 Swords and Wind Waker, both complete. The funny thing is, I always like to tell stories, so bear with me. The funny thing is, I went in there, and she was supposed to hold them for me. She forgot. They were sitting out in the cabinet. I was like, okay, well, at least they're still there. They had $5 stickers on them. I was like, that's awesome. That's perfect. She said, how about $2 a piece? Even better. Great. So she takes them up to the counter, and at the counter, one of the other employees was like, wait, how much are those? You're only going to do $2 on them? She's like, yeah. And they kind of got in an argument, and then the manager came over and was like, look, every game that we put out is $5. And he was explaining to the other employee, he goes, I pay $1 a game they come in, I put them in the cabinet $5, and they're gone real quick. We don't do the eBay thing anymore, we don't look them up. And the guy's like, these ones go for $20, $30 on eBay. And the manager's like, I don't care. I just want to sell them for $5. So kind of an uncomfortable, awkward situation, because I was sort of the customer in the middle of this weird argument going on, but it ended up being okay, because even after they apparently looked them up and knew they were going for $30, they still said $5 because they didn't care. So hopefully that means in the future some more decent finds at that pawn shop, unless they decide to go back to the old way. Then later on at Salvation Army, I picked up this Guitar Hero guitar. It is a wired one, and it is hold on, I forgot which one. Where does it say it? Oh, right there. The Explorer guitar. This was originally $20, and I was like, yuck, that's too much, especially for a wired guitar. I took it out to the counter, and I know a guy that works at Salvation Army, and he always discounts the stuff for me. And we opened it up, and I looked inside, and it's brand new. It's in the plastic. The stickers are still in there. It looks like nothing has ever come out. The strap is still like wrapped in its little baggie. So I was like, okay, well, at least I'm more interested in it now that I know it's new. I still really didn't want to pay $20 for it. There's another item. It's too big. I don't have it in the house to show you. It's a neon Superman sign that I got for $55 at the Salvation Army, and he threw this in for $5. So my total was $60. This goes for, which I was sort of surprised because it's a wired one, but seal or like new like this in really good shape, it goes for like around $50 all the way up to $100. I'd say 50 is a pretty decent average though for it, maybe like in $50 to $70 range. And that sign I got, like I said, for $55, and that kind of goes for around $100 or so, especially like shipped. So I don't normally pick up stuff like that, but it was in its original box, in really nice shape. And I'm not really sure what I'm necessarily going to do with it right at this exact moment, but I'm not really a superhero fan, and it's really too big and expensive to try to ship to someone. So somebody locally will end up probably getting it. Then I guess we'll just go ahead and do the game giveaway now. Katie, you're over here. I forgot to say hi to Katie. Katie.
Hi.
Yeah, there she is. Lean back and wave. I haven't killed her yet. She's still alive. This is her hand, not mine. Okay. Let's see. We're going to do the random game giveaway winner, and I don't have a cat near me. Katie, do you mind doing the drum roll? You can bang on whatever body part you see fit. They won't know, so go ahead and get it started. All right. The winner of this week's random game on whatever system they want is Thunder Liger 1. Congratulations. Thank you for watching and entering the game giveaways. All you have to do is either send me a message here on the YouTube channel, personal message, or on the Facebook fan page. The link to that is in the About section down below. And just let me know what system you want the random game to be for and your shipping information. And there's a contest this week as well. All you have to do is be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below. Comment can be about whatever, but you know what? I haven't done a goofy comment suggestion for a while. So this week, you guys or gals prefer hot dogs or hamburgers? You like the wieners or the patties, the long buns or the round squishy buns? Let me know down below, or comment can be about whatever. So the contest giveaway goes until Friday night, midnight, or 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. Winners are always announced the following Sunday in the pickups video. All right, then let's move on to some other stuff. How about things I got today? We had a Super Nintendo find, which this ended up being $25. Kind of dirty system, but I mean, it'll clean up, not yellowed or anything. And that came with a power cable that did not work. Unfortunately, the system works. I tested it with another power cable, but the power cable it came with was one of the weirdest ones I've ever seen. It was like a fake Nintendo one. It wasn't an off-brand one. It said Nintendo, but really shitty print on it. It had like screws in it instead of like the bolts that you can't just undo easily. And it was really cheap feeling. The cord was really cheap. I'd never seen one like that, but it didn't work, so I ended up having to get a off-brand one. I went to the local game store, M&M, and grabbed an off-brand one to go with it. And then it had a stack of games, 2 controllers with it. This is the stack O games. You have your obligatory Super Mario World, your Star Fox, Street Fighter 2, and unfortunately that's sort of where the good quality game sort of ends. Then you have SimCity, Populous. Some of these aren't horrible, they're just NBA Jam, Tournament Edition, Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games, Pilot Wings, that was a decent one back in the day, and Tom and Jerry. So all of that for 25 smackers. Then these two were actually at a pawn shop today. Let me do this first. Hold off for a second on those two. Yesterday, I went to this pawn shop. Aaron and Josh, because it had rained, they didn't go garage selling on Friday, the day they normally go garage selling. They went to all the pawn shops in the area for the most part, and I was like, okay, everything's going to be gone. They've already been there, whatever. I'll swing into a couple that I know at least their prices are usually not, comparable to eBay or GameStop. I ended up going to one on my way to work, and I got this stack of games right here, which is a glare to you right now. This ended up being $70 for all of these. We have Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, unfortunately no manual. Luigi's Dark Moon, Super Mario 3D Land, Resident Evil Revelations, Mario Strikers Charged, not Supercharged, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Sonic Sticky Color, sticking to the Sin and Punishment case. So all of those were $70. Great deal, obviously, Metroid Prime Trilogy and that Fire Emblem, 2 most valuable games out of that, I guess I'd say. So really good deal at less than, $10 each. I know that like Sin and Punishment's a pretty damn cheap game, but still a good pickup. Out of the corner of my eye when I was there, I thought I saw a copy of Halo Master Chief Collection sitting in the case. And this pawn shop prices their stuff so many different ways. Some things have like a big handwritten sticker on it where it's just like a white sticker with a price. Some have like actual barcodes. Some don't have a price. So it's really weird going in there. This one was sitting there and I swear it said 15 on, just the number 15. And I was like, okay, that's odd, but it didn't click in my head that was $15 for that game. So I went back today hoping it was still there. It actually had said 18 on it, but I bundled it with a disc-only copy of Battlefield Hardline on the Xbox One, and ended up getting them both for $30. So I'm very glad I went back and they still had that. I would have been bummed missing out on, if that's still going for like $50 pre-owned and like $60 new, so that would have sucked. Oh, I also forgot, this was in that Super Nintendo bundle. A random Legend of Zelda for the NES that is in really rough shape, with part of the label ripping off. But it did come with one of those, like, you know, collector reprint cases. So, I mean, that's nice. But that was just thrown in. He's like, oh yeah, I have a Zelda on this random shelf over here if you want that. I'm like, sure. This is a really awesome, funny-ass story. The first garage sale I went to today, posted online, said multifamily sale, and I was like, okay, multifamily, normally a good indication of possibly some kids mixed in there, just a better variety of stuff that's from different people. They didn't have any games out, but she said she had a Game Boy at home with some games. She gave me her card, said, give me a call around like 4 o'clock, that's when we'll be closing up. Started raining though for almost, you know, like from noon on to the rest of the day, so I'm not sure what time they closed up. I tried calling earlier to be like, hey, it's raining, did you go home yet? But she didn't answer me until like 4:30 in the afternoon. She said, sorry, I just got everything, you know, packed away. I'm home now. Would you be interested in the one Game Boy I have? And it's 4 games. She said, I guess she thought she had more. I was like, well, yeah, because it was sort of a light week in fines, and I was like, yeah, I'll drive back over there and come check it out. It was a red Game Boy Pocket, which is not in the best condition. The screen is actually fairly nice. The screen's not too shabby on it, but it looks like it got shut in a drawer. You can kind of tell it's popped open a little bit right there, like it's not a flush seam where the plastic meets, and there's like a dents right there. It just looks like someone like slammed it in a drawer. My S's are really weird today. It's missing its battery cover as well. It does work. The speaker, the audio works, which I was afraid the speaker was going to be busted because where it got crushed. So, I mean, besides those few issues, it's a good condition Game Boy Pocket. Well, good condition. It works. It's a working Pocket. And then these fabulous games, which include Krusty's Funhouse, Namco Museum. I'm kind of open about. They're just Game Boy games. Namco Museum and Connect 4, Perfection Trouble, little multi-pack, and then Rocks on the Game Boy Color. So all of those were $6. So it was like $5 for the system, and she said like $1 basically for the games. The funny story about that is she gave me her card in the morning. Later on in the day, I go to pull out the card, and I hadn't looked at it the entire day, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, it says some weird. What? Do I have a card around here? Hold on. I don't want to give out her number or anything like that, but it's a company that is. It's about romance. It's like true romance, and it's sex toys and like body lotion and lingerie and that kind of stuff. This is like a 60-year-old woman that handed me this card, and I was like, whoa. That was a little odd. Maybe it was her daughters or something, but apparently no, it was her. After I bought that Game Boy from her, she mentioned that her son had some old console gaming stuff that was in storage. And when she said that, I was like, is that storage nearby? Is it in a garage? She's like, no, it's a storage unit, and it's not really nearby. And I was like, okay, well, I've heard this story a million times. It'll be like 2 or 3 years before you ever get to that storage unit. She's like, no, the stuff from the garage sale actually needs to go back into that storage unit. It was like bulk merchandise, like tons of flip-flops and towels and stuff. So maybe she had a store at one time, but she said that stuff needs to go back in the storage unit, and then she'd look for the games when she takes it back, which would be Sunday night after the garage sale. So I was like, okay, well, that's, a decent answer. It's better than, I don't know when, sometime in the near future. So she thinks it was either a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo with some games. Hopefully that pans out. Obviously, that would be nice. Other stuff from today. This was $40. I picked up a pretty pink. It's been a while since I got a pink system at a garage sale. Pink DS or 3DS system. It's in fairly good cosmetic shape. The bottom screen has a few little like dent marks from the kid probably using the pin too hard. But it did come with its charger and a little stylus pin, and the SD card is in there as well. And then for $10, I got New Super Mario Bros. 2. And then for $3, a copy of Resident Evil Archives, which is the remake of... Well, It's a remake of the original one that was on GameCube and then re-released on the Wii. So that was $3. And then from a local game store, M&M Games, so I'll give many shout-outs to, went in there and picked up a few random items. Like I said, I had to get that power cable from them for that system. And then I got a box and paperwork only for Sonic Advance. That was like ended up being like $4. And then I got an awesome game just because of the subject matter, Urban Yeti on the Game Boy Advance. Obviously, me being Scottsquatch, when I saw that, I've heard of this game before. I know I've seen like the cover art or something, but I've never seen it in person. So I was like, oh god, I gotta buy that. So picked that one up. Then I got this from Megan, Zelda girl. She had found some N64 controllers that had some fairly loose sticks she didn't want, so got that from her. And then from a guy named Rich, I did a trade, and I ended up getting the last colored 64 that I needed, the see-through smoke black one. It literally was just the system, no controller. I already have the matching controller for it. No cables or anything, but it does have the jumper pack in there. And then a copy of Resident Evil 4 and Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo. So thank you very much, Rich. That is the end of my 64 collection in the sense of the systems, except I guess now I could get the boxes and stuff for all of them. I have 4 of them in the box. I obviously don't have the box for this one, the watermelon one, the fire orange. I don't have the boxes for those. Is that it, guys? I think that is all the finds to show you. But I did have a couple things to mention. One is, I mentioned a few times now that I'm going to be doing a convention. It is the weekend that is coming up. Well, whenever the hell you view this. It's July 24th, 25th, and 26th. It's the Fanboy Expo over in Tampa. If you are in the area, locally, whatever, feel free to come on down. It's a fairly inexpensive convention to get into. I think like a day pass is like $20 or less, depending on which day you come. And I'll be set up. I'm actually going to be set up with Jeremy. He'll be selling like toys and random collectibles and odds and ends. And then I'll have a bunch of video games. So if you have stuff to trade, you want to come down, I'll do trades. If you mention that you watch my channel and you watch the videos and stuff and you're a fan, I'll give you a discount, that kind of stuff. So please come on by if you're in the area. Fanboy Expo. You can go check out their website. If I remember, I'll put a link in the About section below. And because of that, I need to apologize and say that it's going to be a couple weeks until you see a new VGS. I've been trying to get ready for this convention. I have a lot of stuff I still need to do and gather up like tables and other things. So I'm trying to do that and work and do normal other life things. I won't have time to do a VGS episode before this coming weekend. And then during the weekend, I'm actually not even going to the flea market. I have so much stuff to do. So during the convention weekend, obviously I won't be at the market because it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it won't be until 2 weekends from now that I'll film a new episode. So I apologize, you guys. I am going to have videos up for you in some format, maybe one from the convention, maybe just a random video of some sort. I'm working on a collaboration with somebody. If anyone wants to do a collaboration with me, I'm not the type that I go out and ask people, but I'm interested in doing collaboration videos. If just throwing that out there, if anyone ever wants to like do something goofy or whatever, let me know. But that's what I have in the mix right now. So I'm a little busy. Appreciate your patience. And don't forget to enter the random game giveaway. Just be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below. Talk to you all later. Peace.